Let's draw a realistic portrait pen drawing while we chat about why everyone should start drawing, even if you're not artsy by nature. We'll talk about mindsets and tips that I learned ever since I started taking my art seriously 2 years ago that hopefully you will find helpful as well. Through art, you end up learning life lessons and skills from a low-risk source. You don't have to suffer a huge financial risk or lose someone close to you in order to learn how to grow and cope with loss and mistakes. All you need is simply to make several art pieces, fail and make mistakes with them, and you essentially learn the same thing. Making art teaches you to think before taking action. Especially now in the digital age, I feel like life has become so fast. It's so easy to get sucked in and forget to step back sometimes and consider whether or not you're going in the direction you wanted to go in the first place. Through every drawing you make, you learn how to slow down and think before every stroke you lay down. You exercise and develop the skill of evaluating and moving forward with intention, which can be applied to your daily life outside of art. Similarly, drawing could also help you dopamine detox and reprogram yourself to have a longer attention span. Art is imperfect. If you're someone who likes perfection and it bothers you if something doesn't go exactly as you planned, you'll benefit a lot from making art. Art teaches you to be satisfied with good, not perfect. At first, when making art, you'll be frustrated with your creations and obsess over making them as close to perfect as you can get. And sometimes you will even end up ruining your piece because you pushed it too far by trying to make it exactly how you imagined. Eventually, though, you'll start to learn to settle with good enough and not perfect, and you'll be able to move on with your art pieces. When this shift happens, you'll start to make better art pieces overall because you'll master the art of moving on. Although it sounds counterintuitive, focusing on quantity over quality makes you see the most improvement. Through art gently teaching you this lesson, you'll start to be more satisfied overall in your daily life outside of creating, because you'll understand the beauty and value in imperfection. Making art teaches you to let go. Every drawing you make has a small place in your heart because of the time and effort you are putting into it, and when it doesn't work out, you can't help but feel sad. But through every failed art piece, you learn how to grieve and move on, and find joy in the process of creating, regardless of the end result. If you're enjoying this video, remember to leave a like and consider subscribing to join our ever-growing community here. We would love to have you. At this point in the drawing process, I'm shading in the turtle's shell and being very mindful with the direction of my strokes. To give the illusion that the sections are angled and three-dimensional, I'm slowly shading in each section on the turtle's shell from the outside in. Because drawing is an emotional process, through creating you'll end up learning a lot about yourself. Don't expect everything to go smoothly because it won't, no matter your level. That's the beauty of it though, right? When I was shading the turtle shell, I thought I shaded a small part of it too dark, and I thought I ruined it, but I kept on going anyway. When I was done, I asked my family members, and they didn't even notice it. Sometimes we obsess and get caught up over small details that aren't even relevant in the scope of things. I think it's not enough to just learn these lessons through someone telling you about them, be it through a book or a video like this. There's this interesting concept I learned from a Mind Valley course I was taking to improve memory, which is that your brain learns and remembers the most through images and personal experiences. Making art will make you experience these specific struggles and overcome them firsthand, which will therefore embed these lessons into you and ensure that they will make a difference in your life. The beauty of creating is that because every art piece you make is different, each one will teach you and test you in a different way. I specialize in portraiture, and lately I've been trying to push myself out of my comfort zone and draw more figures. I'm also not really used to drawing animals either, but when I saw this reference photo on Pinterest, I knew that I had to at least try to bring this turtle and boy to life. Seeing this photo really made me smile, and I like that when you step back, the composition of the boy and turtle forms a triangle. This is a common composition in photographs and paintings because it is simple and naturally draws your eye to the subject at the top of the triangle, which in this case is the boy. Choosing a good reference photo is important in how your art piece will turn out, since if you don't like your reference photo, chances are you won't like your drawing either. A tip is to make sure that your subject stands out from the background. This makes sure that your drawing is clear and eye-catching. If you are interested, I will leave a link from Pinterest to the reference photo I used for this drawing in the description, and a link to my Pinterest page where I have collected other reference photos in a similar style that you might like. Isn't it interesting how all of us drew as kids? It was a form of expression and processing the world around us. I think that this urge doesn't fade when we grow up, it just gets lost in the noise of everyday life and gets pushed to the side. Regardless of your level in drawing, at some point in the process, you get in the zone, and all you can think about is what you are currently creating. This is such a therapeutic and underrated way of taking your mind off your everyday life and creating a safe space for yourself to simply exist. I think that in general, the concept of creating is such a cool process. Imagine you can bring something into existence that wasn't there before. It is impossible to create the exact same thing twice. And somewhere down the road of your art journey, you'll look back and be like, wow, I made all that. All these art pieces exist in the universe solely because you chose to make them. That's incredible. Something else that drawing teaches you is how to push past your fears. I feel like we all have a subconscious small form of fear inside that makes us hesitant, be it fear of change, fear of messing up, or fear of the unknown. When drawing, sometimes you'll worry about the end result and be afraid of ruining your piece. Through drawing, you learn to push past that fear over and over again and to grow. By creating art, you are training yourself to break out of the barrier of your worries, take risks, and achieve success. Making art can not only help you emotionally, it can also help you in a more physical sense by refining your motor skills. Motor skills are very important in developing your brain, and there are studies that show a connection between motor skills and memory. If you're interested, I'll link a study in the description below, which shows that better memory in young children has a connection to their higher level motor skills. So next time you draw, remember that you are improving and developing your brain as well. I'd like to say thank you to all the recent new subscribers to this channel, and to those of you who have been here from the very beginning. Thank you for believing in me. I really appreciate you and love reading all your kind comments. Thank you. Remember, you don't need to be artsy by nature to enjoy the benefits of creating art. If anything in this video was helpful and speaks to you, please leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.